Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we're going to be doing is this is going to be my 2024 MLB playoff predictions, going through every single series, kind of going through predicting the series. We got a lot of great games throughout the wildcard round, and then obviously those games, whoever wins goes on to the divisional round. Wildcard round is best of 3, divisional round best of 5, and then I believe ALCS and World Series are both best of 7s. Now, as the series kind of go on, I'm not going to, like, every single time the new series starts, I'm not going to predict them by then. I'm going to go just all the way through. MLB, I believe, has a bracket challenge going on right now to where you can go on. I'll put that in the description below if you want to go do like a bracket challenge for yourself before the games start. Hopefully this video is up before the MLB games start. But I'll be going through, kind of like I said, just predicting every single series, who I think is going to win every single series. And I'll be able to come back after the playoffs are done and just kind of see how I did. But before going further, like I said, I'm going to have the MLB bracket challenge in the description. And I'm also going to have the bracket that I'm using in the description as well. So like I said, if you want to go do your brackets for yourself, feel free. But I'm going to go and get straight into this. So if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, as you can see, we have the entire bracket here. We got the first game, Orioles and Royals. Then it goes to the Astros and Tigers, Padres and Braves, and the Brewers and Mets. And just clarification, the teams on top are the home teams. So Padres are home, Brewers are home, Astros are home, and Orioles are at home. Let's start off with the Orioles and the Royals. This is going to be a good series. I can really see this series being one of those where it's going to go 3. It's going to be a high scoring. It's going to be where the games are going to be like 8-6, 10-7. It's not going to be no 2-1, 3-3 going into the 9th inning walk off. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be high scoring. I can really see this being one of those series where the combined, where the over under totals is going to be like 10.5, 12.5 for all 3 games. You got Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, and a lot of great talents on the Royals side. Royals have some good pitching. Orioles have a lot of talent. Santander, Cedric Mullins, and Ali Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson. The Orioles are loaded. Problem with the Orioles is we don't know what their pitching is going to be like. They have Corbin Burns, but after that, what else do they got? If I had to make a prediction, I'm going to say this. I think the Orioles can win this series. It's their year. Last year they were in the divisional round. Everything kind of went to shit. This is the year where they're going to win a series. They're going to move on to the ALDS to face the Yankees, which I'm not going to lie. That ain't a good welcoming party to the divisional round saying, hey, you get to play the Yankees. Next game, we got the Tigers and the Astros. This is one where I am nervous because I feel like the Astros on paper should win this one 2-0 out of the best of 3. They should just get it done 2 games. But there's a part of me where this is the Tigers are playing with fucking gas right now. They are on fire. And what is stopping the Tigers from shocking everybody? This is a series where I think it could go and be a very close first game. But then it's like, if the Tigers don't win that first game, I think the Astros come back and win game 2 very easily. This is going to be a gamble pick, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to say the Tigers will win this series. I think the Tigers can be like what we saw the Texas Rangers last year. They are playing hot. They are peaking at the right time, and everything's working for them. The pitching is on fire right now with the Tigers. The bats are electric. If they can just keep it clicking, get everything rolling right now, everything go at and work in their favor for this series, they could shock the Astros. And I'm going to say right now, this might be the best series out of all these series that we see, because people are going to talk about the Braves and the Padres, all the Orioles and the Royals. Like I said, it's going to be high scoring. I think this would be the most like exciting MLB-esque game of the whole weekend. Or the whole week, I mean. Moving over to the NL side, we got the Padres and the Braves. This is a series where I feel like the Braves, at one point, we would have been like, oh man, this is going to be a great series. We can't wait for this. I think Padres take this in 2. Like, does anybody going to disagree with me? I think Padres taking it 2. The Braves, they'll make it a little bit interesting, but I don't think the Braves really have the hardware this year. They were injured a lot this year. They were dealing with a lot of injuries. They had to fight their way into the playoffs. So they had to win the very last game of the season after they had to postpone it because the Hurricane won on Monday. It was a close win. The first one, they choked against the Mets. And then the Mets ended up just letting them win in the second game. I mean, good job on the Braves. Made it to the playoffs, but I think you're going to lose this 1-2. The Braves are going to sweep your ass. In the last wild card series, we got the Brewers and the Mets. I think the Brewers are a very good team. But there's a part of me that says the Mets are playing so well right now. The Mets might shock everybody. Same thing with the Tigers. With the way they're playing right now, they are just ascending and ascending. They can win this series. I think the Mets take this one. It's going to be a 3-game series. I think it's going to go all 3. They'll win it in 3, and they'll be able to take down the Brewers. Moving back over to the AL side, we got the ALDS now. We got Yankees, Orioles. This is going to be some fucking fireworks. This is going to be, I think this could decide who wins the whole thing. Because I'm going to be honest, straight up, for those of you who do not know, I'm a Guardians fan. I don't think it matters who comes out of this round. The winner of this round is going to the World Series. And there's a part of me that says this as well. Because I'm going to rephrase that. If it's the Yankees, I don't think the Guardians or the Tigers have a chance to win. If it's the Orioles, I think on paper, the way these two teams stack up, have a shot to take on the Orioles and possibly defeat them. When you look at the Yankees, they're on paper. It seems like if their pitching is okay, but it's very up and down. If you can get some bats connecting against their pitchers and put 2, 3, 4 runs on the plate or out there on the scoreboard, and you can shut down Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, the rest of the Yankees lineup is not going to do anything to you. It's like Aaron Judge, all he wants to do is hit home runs. So it's like if you keep the ball low and away and force him to swing and miss at some chasing pitches, he's not going to do anything to you. And Juan Soto, it's the biggest challenge out there. But if you can strike him out or just get him to pop out, right there you go. You have a chance to win this game because Giancarlo Stanton, same thing. He just wants to hit the home runs. And everybody else on the plate, on the lineup, they're mid at best. I really think the Orioles have a shot to take this one down and beat the Yankees. If the Yankees win the series somehow, like I said, they're going to the World Series because they're going to take down whoever comes out of this series. I think the Orioles can beat the Yankees. Best of 5, it's going to be 5. It's going to be a 5-game series. I think the Orioles can get it done. We got the Guardians and the Tigers. Here's what I'll say. This is a matchup of, can the Guardians score? They're going to go up against probably Screwball in that first round because Screwball's probably going to play in the first round against the Astros. And then if they can get, like I said, get past the Astros, I think Screwball will be ready for the game 1 against the Guardians. If the Guardians cannot win that first game, they'll probably win game 2. Then it comes down to, can they make some noise happen in Detroit? I feel like this is a series that, again, could go 5 games. But I think the Guardians, I'm trying to hold my bias out of this, but I think we can win this series. I seriously think the Guardians can get this done and they can move on to the ALCS, and I'll be a very happy camper, but I'm just speaking truthfully from an MLB perspective. Guardians have Jose. Guardians have a Josh Naylor. They have the best bullpen in the league. They can get this done. On the NL side, we got the Dodgers and the Padres. I feel like the Padres, they are a good team. The Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani. This is a very interesting pick. I'm going to say the Dodgers just because they are supposed to win. The Padres could shock me. They could be like the Diamondbacks from last year to where it's like, they're just going to be that team that nobody thought, and even same thing with the Mets, we'll get to them in a minute. There's going to be that team that nobody expects to go far, like the Diamondbacks or the Rangers last year. And the Dodgers, they might get shocked by the Padres, and the Padres might shock some people. But I think the Dodgers, they're going to be fine. They're going to get to the NLCS. Now, how many games it goes? I'll be straight up. I think this might be just a 4-game series. 4-game series, they'll wrap it up. It won't be much of a fight, I think. We got the Phillies and the Mets. I think the Mets had a good year, but there's a part of me that says this is going to be a 3-0 sweep. Like, I think the Phillies are going to take it to them. It's going to be an easy 3-0 sweep. The Phillies are just too much. The Mets, they're going to have fun. I think, like I said, I think they can beat the Brewers, but I think the Mets, whether it was the Brewers or the Mets coming out of the series, the Phillies were going to sweep either one of them. The Phillies are playing too good, and they want that World Series title. Now, back over to the AL side, like, we got the ALCS, we got the Orioles and the Guardians. Again, I'm a Guardians fan. Am I going to pick them to win this thing? I'm going to say straight up right now, I don't see it happening. Can we take a fight to the Orioles? Yes. But I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I think it goes to 6. I think it only goes to 6. Orioles are going to the World Series this year. I think if the Guardians, they can put up some fights. The problem is they're not going to score the points. The Guardians, they want to win games where it's like they score max 5 points. When they score more than that, it's like, holy shit, the bats are alive. The Orioles, when they don't score 5 points, it's like, yo, what the fuck? Where did our bats go? I think the Orioles are going to take it to us. The Guardians, they're going to make some games close. They're going to win probably, maybe they win the first game. Maybe they win like a 3rd or 4th game. But I think the Orioles, they're going to just take it to us. They're going to win it in 6. And in the NLCS, I think the Dodgers and the Phillies, this is going to be pure cinema. It's going to be one of those series that's like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. I don't want it to end. I think the Dodgers are going to put up a fight. This is going to be a 7-game series. This is going to go 7. I think the Phillies can get it done. I think the Phillies will win this series, and they will be going back to the World Series. And now, back in the World Series, everybody has been talking. It's Phillies, it's Orioles. People have been talking about they want this series. I think there's a real chance it could happen. Phillies have been in the World Series, I believe, 2 years ago, and they've been in the NLCS multiple times. They want to win the World Series. Orioles, they were the best team last year. They choked. This year, they'll finally get to the World Series, but I don't think it's going to end their story on a good note. I think the Phillies will win, and it'll be a best 7, and I think it's going to end in 6. I think it's going to end in 6. I'm not sure how the games kind of go. If it's like 2 at home, like for the Phillies, they'll have home field advantage. I don't know if it's going to go Philly for 2, Baltimore at 2, and then Philly, Baltimore, Philly, or if it's kind of like the old format of like 2-3-2. If it's 2-3-2, this is ending in Philly. If it's 2-2-1-1-1, Baltimore, you might be having a party where Philly's celebrating the World Series title on your home court or home field. Now, am I 100% confident that this is all going to happen? No. Am I 100% confident that I think the Phillies are going to win? I do. I think this is the year for the Phillies. I think they are going to win the World Series. If they don't win the World Series this year, we got problems in Philadelphia. But that right there is going to do it for my MLB postseason bracket. Like I said, if you want to do your own bracket, I'll put links in the description below. So like I said, if you want to go do your own bracket, at the time of recording this and when this video is posted, there's going to be like an hour before the game starts. So you better get started if you're seeing this video as the video gets posted. But I'm going to go and wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with ending my picks? Do you think the Phillies are going to win the World Series? Not going to win the World Series? Do you think any of the picks that I made are wrong, right? Whatever your opinion may be, go ahead and leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. I'd be more than welcome to kind of talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified so I can post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.